Good evening. This is Clarence and Margaret on KQBT. We're here with your evening weather on Thursday, April 14th, 1865. This
evening is partly cloudy with a slight breeze. A nice 58 degrees. Overall, beautiful, beautiful weather here in DC. It's 10:35 p.m.
Just in, our President Abraham Lincoln has been shot in Ford's Theater. Let's go to our correspondent Grace outside of Ford's Theater.
I'm seated outside of the Ford's Theater where President Abraham Lincoln has just been shot. He was rushed across the street to receive medical attention at the Surratt House. We'll keep you updated on the latest. President Abraham Lincoln was at the Ford's Theater to watch the play Our American Cousin when he was shot point blank. Next, we'll head over to Elizabeth to get the latest updates from inside the theater.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here inside Ford's Theater where an American tragedy just took place. Standing here with several people that just witnessed this shocking event. James, can you tell me a little bit about what happened here tonight?
We were watching the play Our American Cousin, and suddenly we heard this gunshot. I turned up and I looked at the balcony, and this man jumps out. He leaps onto the floor, and he says, "Sic Semper Tyrannis."
This means thus always to the tyrants.
And when he leapt out of the box, you could kind of tell that his spurs of his boots snagged onto the curtain, and so he stumbled a little bit, and I think he hurt himself. And then I looked up and I saw the president, and he was slumped over in his chair.
This tragic turn of events comes as a shock to all Americans. Let's send it back to Clarence and Margaret.
It's 3 a.m. now as we keep you up to date on the latest. We have just learned some new intel on this shocking event.
We now know that President Lincoln was shot with a .44 caliber pistol in the head. The president's guard was not at his post. Lincoln was accompanied by his wife Mary and Mr. Rathbone and his fiancée. Rathbone was stabbed during the escape.
We now know that the man responsible for this heinous act is John Wilkes Booth. He's a pro-slavery Southerner that lives in the North. He's well known for his Shakespearean plays.
And now we are going to once again check in with Grace outside Ford's Theater.
It's Grace once again. It's 7:30 a.m. here at the Surratt House. We received a final update that Abraham Lincoln took his final breath at 7:22 a.m. We'll keep you updated throughout the weeks of this recent tragedy.
It's April 26, 1865, and we have breaking news. We have just received information that John Wilkes Booth was discovered 12 days after the assassination of President Lincoln at Garrett's farm. He was found with an accomplice in a barn with whom he refused to leave. The barn was set on fire in order to get them both to leave. John Wilkes Booth was shot in the process and died 3 hours later.
This concludes the manhunt for Booth. Immediately after the attack, hysteria filled the streets of the United States. Southern sympathizers were being attacked, as well as Booth lookalikes. This leads us to question what effect this will have upon the United States. People are already calling for change in the South. Let's head to Grace for her expert opinion.
Long term, this will have many effects. We can expect major crackdowns in the South. People will be working hard to pass many laws in order to make Southern life more difficult. Whether or not this is the correct course of action, it is still highly likely. Death has already put him on a pedestal for all of his works and actions. His works and views will most likely look better as time goes on. Everyone knows that the North and the South have a very strained relationship, and this event will have a definite impact on the already tense relationship that the North and the South have. Lincoln's assassination will bring abolitionists closer together and give them more of a reason to fight. Citizens of the United States aren't the only people responding to Lincoln's assassination. People from all over the globe are responding. Next, we'll turn to Elizabeth to get the latest on the global news.
Lincoln's death is being mourned throughout foreign lands. Though he never traveled overseas and few Europeans had the chance to meet him. Lincoln idealized many people's aspirations. He was considered a brother whose fearless conscience led people to union and uprooted slavery. European activists felt they lost an ally, and they lamented the death of a man who succeeded in being great but never ceased to be good. China, Germany, and Italy are just a few of the many countries that have reached out to give their condolences to the United States. Other countries have recognized the strength of the United States during this trying time.